Hi there, Geoff Coughlin. I thought you might like to see this from Revell. It's a precision scraper. Please have received this because it looks like a really useful bit of kit to start with. Okay, so what is it? Well, essentially what it is what it says on the packet. It's a precision scraper. I'm only laughing because for years now, one of the issues is getting rid of mould seam lines down parts. You know, it's the sort of thing that when you look where the parts have been moulded and removed, you get a very thin mould seam line. And I've removed most of them from this propeller from the Revell Corsair. But in these small little areas in here, it's very difficult to get in there. But you get big join lines down here, down undercarriage legs. And basically, it's usually solid moulded parts that are 360 degrees. And then you just get a line down either side. So you've got to get rid of it. Okay, what are the options? Well, generally, I have two scalpels on the go. I've got my kind of general purpose scalpel here. And I've got another one that I use for fine work. The problem with using a scalpel, though, is that this is probably the quickest way I can think of almost to blunt the blade. So you can use a scalpel for this kind of work, and it's fine. But it does blunt the blade pretty quickly, so it's not ideal. So enter the Revell Precision Scraper, because what you have, we just get rid of the packaging, is a very nicely tooled bit of kit here. Comes this little protective cover on the top, pop that off, and what you can see here, if I bring this in close, is you've got this really sharp pointed long blade here that's almost sort of triangular in shape, really. And I love the fact that it's made of tungsten steel, because that means it should be pretty resistant. Definitely, I recommend only using it on plastic, though. I mean, with all these bits of kit, it's a precision bit of kit. You don't want to kind of trash this anytime soon. But these nice sharp edges here are excellent. I love the fact that it holds well. It's got a good grip here. And also, for this kind of work, you know, when you want to remove the mould seam lines down here, you want to get your finger just around the back of the blade here, which is obviously on the flat side there. That's got the tapered edge up to the point, whereas this side, which is going to be the side I'm going to draw against, is the completely flat side, as you can see here. And just holding it in this kind of motion is really effective at removing those mould seam lines. Really good. And then you can sort of flip it over and just get into those angles. I have to say, I've really kind of fallen in love with this bit of kit. I think it's excellent. I love the fact it's got that really nice sharp point on the end, because it does mean you can get inside these sort of areas here, which, you know, well, you can get in there with the scalpel as well for sure, but the bottom line is, if this is a little tool that sits on the bench, does the job, purpose made for it. A little bit of a finish there with a bit of a buffer, bit of a sander, and we quickly move on to the next one, and kind of on we go, really. But what's not to like about that, really, in my book? As I said, I really like the way it handles, and, you know, pulling it up, pushing it, pulling it across, it doesn't kind of really matter. It seems to work equally on both in both directions. So there we go. Honestly, it's as simple as that, but I really like that bit of kit. I think it's excellent. So that's the Precision Scraper from Revell. I think it's got a product code of 39083. Not bad, that. Well done. Good bit of gear.